I'm Gabriela Lozano. This is interviews for Somos Texas. Can you go ahead and start by introducing yourself?
Yes, I'm I'm Ashley Dominguez, and I am currently an architecture major trying to get into construction science.
Awesome. What is your classification?
I'm a sophomore.
Cool. So, what made you decide to go to college?
I decided to go to college because I saw the struggles my mom went through growing up since she didn't finish, she finished high school, but she got pregnant with me at a young age when she was 16. So finishing high school was tough for her, but it was an accomplishment that she did with me by her side. And she always told me growing up that it's important to get a college degree if you don't want to like struggle so much in life. So I'm getting this degree for her so she can see that all her sacrifices were worth it.
Awesome. What was your application process like?
My application process was kind of difficult in a way because it was since I'm the first out of my 5 siblings to go to college, and since my parents didn't go to college, I just didn't really know what to do. It was a learning process for me.
What kind of help did you get from at school if there wasn't anyone at home?
Honestly, I didn't get any help from school, just when I needed like my transcript or something.
Gotcha. Okay. Tell me about the day that you got your acceptance letter.
The day I got my acceptance letter, I remember my mom screamed of happiness when she saw that huge Texas A&M envelope, and obviously it was the big
banner.
The big banner that said you were accepted. It was a very happy moment for me and my family. Everyone was taking pictures. It felt special.
Okay. Tell me about your first day here on campus.
My first day here on campus, I was really nervous, but I remember the night before, me and my roommate, I think, went to go see our classes, like where it would be, so I wouldn't like have to run to class. But it was nice. It was an exciting day.
Awesome. So can you go ahead and just restate your major and why you chose it at first, and then why you were choosing to switch to another major?
I'm really big into architecture of all sorts, like art-wise or building-wise. The reason I'm in architecture right now, but the reason why I'm trying to switch out is because I'm more focused on like the site of a construction. I'm more interested in the construction site rather than the design process version of it, like of buildings, like learning with the building codes and materials. I'm very into that rather than just doing the design process. So I think becoming a project manager gives me a glimpse of both in a way. So yes.
Awesome. What is it like to be a first-gen student?
I feel proud to be a first-generation student because I know I had a good support system at home, but in reality it was like me getting myself to this point to set an example for my younger siblings that just because our parents didn't go doesn't mean we can't. Like if we set our mind to something, we can achieve it.
Can you talk about some of the difficulties of being a first-gen student? Just in general, or even now that you're in college?
In general, it's like sometimes my parents don't really know what certain things are, like in application-wise, or what they need to do for FAFSA. I usually have to guide them through that whole process, or it's not like do it by myself and then my mom just signs off on it. Certain things like that, like when it comes to applications, that's kind of difficult.
No, yeah. Okay. Tell me about your happiest memory as an Aggie and your toughest moment.
My happiest moment as an Aggie would be getting together with my fish camp group. more importantly, like the DG group I was assigned to, and we all went pond hopping, and it was it was a cold night, but it was fun to jump in the water fountains with like 100 other kids.
Right. Okay. What was your toughest moment?
My toughest moment would be all the long nights I've spent in my architecture studio, designing and making buildings that take up a lot of my time. That's been very tough for me because sometimes you go like not days, like skipping like 2 meals or something. So pretty tiring, and that's like a 4-hour class course, and it does take up a lot of your free time, and sometimes it's hard to balance all the other classes, all the other like university course requirements, rather than just the course that was just specifically for my major.
Cool. What is your goal after graduation?
My goal after graduation would be to get myself a good job and move far from my hometown. Not far from home, but like move away from my hometown to see different parts of the world, you know, because I didn't really travel that much. So I would like to give myself that opportunity.
Awesome. What does it mean to you to be an Aggie?
To me, being an Aggie is being proud in who you are and what you do, and you know, setting those core values like in your everyday life.
Okay. And last question would be, what advice would you give to a student who is a first generation student and is interested in coming here at A&M?
I would say, like, if you ever need any resources or help, you know, Texas A&M offers a lot of that, and there is a lot of like diversity here, a lot of Hispanic groups you could get into, like Hispanic Latin sororities and stuff like that. So it is an eye-opener to come from like a small place to like a big campus with a lot of other people. So it's worth it, you know. If you set your mind to it, you can achieve anything.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much for the interview.
You're welcome.